Ladies and gentlemen, today we talk about something that every successful person needs at some point in their journey, the lone wolf mentality. It's the kind of mindset that demands resilience, independence, and the willingness to stand apart when necessary. We live in a world that constantly tells us to conform, to follow the crowd, to do what everyone else is doing. But the truth is, if you want to rise above, you have to break away from the pack. You have to trust in your own instincts, your own vision, and your own strength. The lone wolf doesn't wait for permission to chase greatness. No one hands them the blueprint for success. They write their own story, face their own battles, and make their own way. And when they fall, they don't look around for someone to pick them up. They get up on their own because they know that the only person who can truly shape their destiny is themselves. Now, don't misunderstand me. This mentality doesn't mean you're alone in the world. It doesn't mean you shut everyone out or reject help when you need it. What it means is that you take full responsibility for your life, your choices, and your path. The lone wolf is never afraid to go after what they want, even when no one else understands, because they trust that their purpose is greater than anyone's doubts. But let me tell you something else about the lone wolf. They're not afraid of the struggle. They don't shy away from the grind. In fact, they embrace it. They know that the path to greatness isn't paved with ease. It's built on hard work, sacrifice, and sometimes loneliness. But it's in that loneliness that they discover their true strength. They find out what they're truly capable of, far beyond what anyone else thought was possible. So when you find yourself standing alone, when everyone else is telling you to follow the crowd, remember this: the lone wolf is never truly alone. They're out there on their own because they know that's where the greatest opportunities lie. They're focused on one thing: mastering their craft and making an impact in this world. And at the end of the day, when the work is done and the world takes notice, they don't need to look for validation from anyone else. They know that the power was always within them. And that's the mentality that breeds success. So embrace your inner lone wolf. Step forward with courage, confidence, and unwavering belief in yourself, because the world needs more people who are willing to take that journey alone and come out on top. The lone wolf mentality is fundamentally rooted in the idea of self-reliance. It's about having the confidence to trust your own judgment, make your own decisions, and stand firm in the face of uncertainty. In a world that often pushes us to rely on others for approval or support, the lone wolf teaches us that the ultimate source of strength lies within ourselves. Self-reliance is more than just independence. It's the ability to stand alone when necessary, to move forward with conviction, even when there's no one else by your side. It's the understanding that your success is not contingent upon external validation, but on your own efforts and perseverance. The lone wolf knows that they cannot control the opinions of others, but they can control their own actions and reactions. This level of personal accountability is essential for those who want to break away from the pack and chart their own course. Moreover, self-reliance isn't about being alone all the time. It's about being able to function independently, making decisions based on your own wisdom and experience, rather than being swayed by outside influence. It's about knowing that while collaboration and teamwork are valuable, your own inner strength is what will carry you through the toughest times. When you rely on yourself, you become resilient. You develop the ability to face challenges head-on, with the belief that you can overcome any obstacle. You learn to trust your instincts, sharpen your skills, and grow more comfortable with the discomfort that often accompanies personal growth. In the end, it is this self-reliance that empowers you to achieve what others may deem impossible. It's the key to living a life of purpose and authenticity on your own terms. The lone wolf mentality is built upon an essential truth: success is never handed to you. The road to greatness is paved with struggles, hardships, and challenges that will test every part of you. The lone wolf does not run from these struggles. Instead, they embrace them as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. It is in the hardest moments that we truly discover our potential and realize what we are capable of. To embrace the struggle means to understand that difficulty is a natural part of the journey. When faced with obstacles, the lone wolf doesn't falter. They face adversity head-on with a mindset that says, this is just part of the process. It's in these moments of challenge that you learn the most about yourself. You develop resilience, sharpen your skills, and gain a deeper understanding of your own strength. Every struggle is a lesson in disguise, teaching you how to adapt, innovate, and persevere. Moreover, embracing the struggle doesn't mean seeking out hardship for the sake of it. It means accepting that growth often comes through discomfort. In the same way that a muscle grows stronger through resistance, your character and abilities are forged in the heat of struggle. The lone wolf knows that there is no such thing as an easy path to greatness. It requires sacrifice, persistence, and the willingness to push through, even when the odds are stacked against you. This mindset is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who give up when things get tough. The lone wolf does not retreat at the first sign of difficulty. Instead, they see every challenge as a stepping stone towards a greater version of themselves. By embracing the struggle, they become stronger, wiser, and ultimately unstoppable in their pursuit of success. A key element of the lone wolf mentality is having a clear and unwavering focus on your vision. In a world full of distractions, influences, and the pressure to conform, the lone wolf knows the importance of staying true to their own goals and aspirations. They understand that the path to success is not always easy, and it requires clarity of purpose to overcome the inevitable obstacles and setbacks that come their way. Having a strong vision means knowing exactly what you want and where you want to go, even if others don't understand your journey. The lone wolf is driven by a deep sense of purpose that transcends external expectations. While the world might tell them to take shortcuts, follow trends, or conform to societal standards, they remain focused on their own unique path. Their vision serves as a guiding star, helping them stay on course when times get tough and when the noise around them becomes overwhelming. Focus on your vision also requires discipline. The lone wolf doesn't let distractions derail them. They are intentional with their time, energy, and resources, making sure that every step they take is in alignment with their greater goals. This type of discipline is not born overnight, but through consistent effort and the ability to say no to things that don't serve their purpose. It means resisting the temptation to take the easy road and instead committing to the long, often difficult path that will lead to true fulfillment. Moreover, the lone wolf doesn't let the opinions or criticisms of others shake their belief in their vision. They understand that not everyone will understand or support their journey, and that's okay. What matters is their unwavering belief in their own ability to achieve their dreams. They keep their eyes on the prize, knowing that the struggles they face along the way are just stepping stones to greater success. By staying focused on their vision, the lone wolf makes consistent progress toward their goals. They become unstoppable, driven by purpose, and the understanding that every challenge, no matter how difficult, brings them one step closer to the life they envision for themselves. One of the most important aspects of the lone wolf mentality is the willingness to make sacrifices and embrace solitude. The road to success is rarely a social one, and the lone wolf understands that they must often walk it alone. This doesn't mean cutting people out of your life, but rather recognizing that there are moments in your journey when you must prioritize your goals over other distractions. The lone wolf knows that the pursuit of greatness requires focus, and this often means sacrificing time with others, leisure, or comfort. Sacrifice is not just about giving up material things, it's about committing to your personal growth, even when it means pushing yourself to uncomfortable extremes. Whether it's long hours of hard work, late nights of studying, or saying no to social events to work on your craft, the lone wolf understands that success demands this level of discipline. They willingly trade short-term pleasures for long-term fulfillment, recognizing that every sacrifice made today is a step toward a greater future. Solitude, too, is an integral part of this mentality. The lone wolf spends time alone to reflect, strategize, and grow. In the quiet moments of solitude, they discover their true desires, clarify their goals, and build the mental toughness necessary for their journey. Solitude allows the lone wolf to tap into their deepest thoughts, make clear decisions, and find solutions without external influence or distractions. However, embracing solitude doesn't mean isolation forever. The lone wolf understands that there are times for collaboration, but these moments are balanced by periods of introspection and independent action. They learn to value their own company and gain strength from within. In the end, the sacrifices and moments of solitude allow the lone wolf to build the resilience and clarity they need to rise above, achieve greatness, and stay true to their purpose, regardless of external pressures. Resilience and self-motivation are the cornerstones of the lone wolf mentality. These two traits empower individuals to push through challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt without relying on others for encouragement or support. The lone wolf doesn't need external validation to keep moving forward. They are driven by an inner fire, a belief in their own abilities and purpose that fuels their persistence even when times get tough. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to endure hardship and rise stronger from the experience. The lone wolf faces setbacks head-on, understanding that failure is not a permanent state, but rather a temporary lesson. They don't shy away from challenges, but instead they embrace them as opportunities to grow. When knocked down, they stand back up, often with even more determination than before. Resilience is about having the mental fortitude to keep going, even when the world feels against you, and to maintain your focus when things don't go as planned. It's a mindset that acknowledges setbacks, but chooses to rise, learn, and keep moving forward. Self-motivation is the drive that comes from within. The lone wolf doesn't wait for others to encourage them or a reason to keep working toward their goals. They understand that motivation cannot always be found in the external world. It must come from within. Self-motivation means pushing yourself to work even when you're tired or when no one is watching. It's about setting your own standards and holding yourself accountable to them. The lone wolf sets clear goals, maintains their discipline, and finds the strength to continue even in the absence of outside recognition. Together, resilience and self-motivation make the lone wolf unstoppable. They possess the mental toughness to navigate any obstacle and the inner drive to keep striving toward their goals, regardless of the challenges they face. These qualities are what set them apart and make them capable of achieving extraordinary success on their own terms.